When I was at primary school, I was a daydreamer, and people would say, no, you must concentrate and learn your ABCs, and I was looking out the window. Every child paints, I just never grew out of it. So I was painting outdoors with oil paints, 10, 12 years old, and then you give it up for 5 or 6 years to go to university or whatever. But I was always mad keen to get back into it. My name is Paul O'Kane, mid-60s architect, wannabe painter, succeeding in the latter, oil painter, watercolour painter, tutor. I only paint for fun, because I like it. If you're disciplined enough, you can make a few pounds. You know, you sell one painting and that pays for your weekend. But it's very, very useful to know that it can pay for itself. Now, if you were really disciplined, I'd be going to galleries and, you know, having exhibitions, but that's not my thing. I'm not really interested in the commerce. So I'm really only interested in trying to develop my painting process. I set up on site with a very compactable tripod, which all folds into a small rucksack with, this is all very demountable. Depends whether you're painting in watercolour or oil. My favourite painting would be the one I last did, and then it's usually given or sold or gone, and it's almost gone from your memory. It'll be on Instagram, but the actual painting will be long gone, and so therefore you're wanting to do another one to keep that spirit alive. There's no genes, there's no family history of painting. It's something I always wanted to do because I like just playing with paintings. And once I'm doing watercolour, you reach a, you know, if you're doing it for a consistent period, you reach a high and you think, I'll stick with this medium forever. And then for some reason you have to do an oil and it goes the opposite direction. The watercolour just is set to one side for months. As you get more sort of known, and not that I'm trying to promote them myself, but I get these phone calls, would you need a tutor on the cruise ship? And wow, wouldn't mind that. Now you go on, you eat too much and you get seasick, but you know, that's a super experience. You'll find that a beginner will look for something iconic, Scrabo Tower, Eiffel Tower. You don't really need that. As you get more intuitive, you'll find yourself gravitating to a bush or a tree. You know, if you go out for a walk, you don't always want to be bombarded with iconic symbols. And you've got to limit yourself and not travel for miles to someplace amazing. Rather, find something amazing in your back garden because it's there, because you haven't the fresh eyes to see it. In my mind, it's not a painting at all. That was a place I was at. So in my mind, I have all those sights and sounds and the smells of the lunch and the crack we had with the guys. And so I don't remember the painting as such. I remember all the events that went with that. And that's where the memories are. I could tell you the exact events that are evolved around a painting 20, 30 years ago. In Paris, in France, especially in Italy, very popular, and Portugal is now popular. But you go walkies with a person and you sketch and you paint. And it's the interaction with that person, that's the memory. I have a friend of mine who argues that you reach a peak in your 20s or 30s and it's all downhill from there. I don't see it that way. My last painting is always my best, and I'm always developing new angles. So the most recent is, and that's where I want to go, is just keep on developing. Don't force a style or an issue or a direction. Just slowly grow whatever ways I'm taking.